Remember, the administration, when it announced these new tariffs last week, said that a 10% effective rate was happening on these Chinese goods today. But starting January 1, that rate goes up to 25%. So basically, the administration at this point has shown all its cards. It's telegraphing to Beijing exactly how it sees the trade war playing out right now. You've got Secretary Ross saying that, well, China's out of bullets now. They have to come to the table. And that simply isn't the case. Not only do they still have bullets with tariffs that they can use, retaliatory efforts that include disrupting our supply chains here, but they also know exactly where the United States is headed. And they know the United States will continue to implement tariffs without giving them a reason to come to the negotiating table. Yeah. When you see new tariffs going into effect and you know the administration, that's their plan, Beijing can simply say, well, we can't come to the table. We know exactly what's in store for us.
The greatest part of America is that we are an optimistic bunch. You have to admit that. We like to see the brighter side of things. I think, media aside, maybe locally. But here's the thing, Mattie. You just heard Eunice talk about how they are, quote, downbeat in China. The U.S. consumer does not appear downbeat. The stock market is up this year. We've had a nice September. There doesn't seem to be a real concern about the tariffs yet. Do we have any indication as to why we're not feeling more of a negative repercussion from it?
Well, I think there's a couple of reasons for that. One is that the tariffs are happening at a time where we've seen a renaissance in American manufacturing, and a number of other public policies in Washington, D.C. really have fundamentally re-altered the way the American economy works. The Tax Cut and Jobs Act last year was extremely important for American competitiveness. That combined with the Trump administration's deregulatory agenda really has fixed the business climate for a lot of the problems American businesses have faced. So that, of course, has inoculated a little bit of the political pressures that we would have seen otherwise from the trade war. But, you know, again, the market reaction has been interesting when it comes to the tariff actions by the administration. Last week, when the announcement was made about the tariffs, the Chinese response to that was the least bad response that we were expecting. We thought that maybe the Chinese tariffs that in retaliation would have been higher, and the stock market didn't necessarily price in the worst reaction, but that doesn't mean that the worst reaction isn't coming. Like I said, the Chinese know to keep their powder dry right now, and the market's reacted to seeing the Chinese come in at that lower level. That doesn't necessarily mean good news.